Hey, welcome back to another episode of In-Depth Angling. Today, guys, we're going to be going down there off the docks on Lake of the Ozarks trying to catch some white bass, some crappie, maybe some largemouth. We're just going to go see what we can catch. We're just going to be fishing from the bank off the dock in the fall. Fish are moving up more and more shallow now that we're getting into the winter, and we're getting more and more colder weather, so that temperature's starting to drop. Water temperature's getting around about 70, 65 degrees or so over here on the 9 Guam where I'm at. We're going to go out there and see what we can catch today, and hopefully we can get some fish. Baby largemouth. First one of the day, really small. There it goes. Alright guys, white bass weren't cooperating with me up there. I'm gonna have to start fishing for some crappie now. Maybe later when the wind gets blowing in here, the fishing up shallow get a little bit better, but they're not up on the flat at the moment, so see if there's any crappie in the brush piles. Yep, they're in there. That did not take very long. I'm gonna have to shorten this though. Cut away some of the tail on your jigs. They don't short strike you as often. They pull out that tail more times than not. That's the first one. White crappie. About a 10.5-inch fish. Fish number 2. Hit it right underneath the float. Barely legal. There's one. Down a little deeper. Really light bite. Just over 9 inches long. Decent fish. Another legal one. Yep, same size as last time, about 9.25 inches. I'm just working his bait really slowly over the top of the brush pile. Get out there. Let it sink down a couple feet, and I'm working just over the top of branches as I'm bringing it back. It's slow, steady retreat. There we go. Another one. It's about 10. There's one. I've been getting thumped in the wells quite a bit, but either the fish are smaller in there or they're hitting even lighter than they are on the end of the dock. He's barely hooked on the top lip. Little fish. Wow, that's a lot of shad. There's some big fish in there. There's some fish eating on those for sure, where they're darting around. See if I can go down underneath them, see if I can get one to pop that. So many shad for them to feed on though, it's going to be hard for them to find my bait in the whole school. Man, that's something else right there. I'm going to have to change up my bait and try something else in there, something that gets more attention. There's far too many fish in there, they're not going to find mine. Those are white bass. That's where they are. Oh, he just broke me off. Darn it, that was a good white bass too. Darn it. Smacked that real hard. I'll go get another one on. Wow. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. I'm back out here for a third time. So the first one was on my line itself. The last one was on the knot. It just slipped right off the bait I tied. So hopefully this one does not break on me. Using pretty light line. There we go. A little bass actually hit it out there. Everything right now coming up and eating shad. A little largemouth bass. Let's get her right back in the water. Oh. Man, that's pretty cool. Right there for reference. There's a little fish. Oh, that's a tiny white bass. That's what's out here eating on those fish. That's what I've been seeing. I've had some bigger ones break me off earlier. Little white bass right there. See you next time. Ooh, that was a good fish. There we go. Finally hooked up with one out there. Looking around. It's a nice size one. Nice white. There we go. Beautiful. Switch back over to the white slider with the beetle spin. Got hooked up with a decent white. That's cool. I can get him back in there and see if we can catch another one. They've been chasing shad back and forth across this whole flat all afternoon, and I haven't been able to hook up with too many of them. A few of them missed opportunities, but this is what I've been seeing out there, and I'm glad to finally get one. I'm getting back in the water. Caught quite a few crappie down there. I caught some white bass, a couple small largemouth as well, kind of mixing in, chasing around some shad. I kind of thought that would be the case today. And I didn't know if they were all going to be down there, if it was going to be mostly white bass or largemouth or crappie. That's just a big feeding flat, so you never really know what you're going to get. Kind of just off a dock, and I'm kind of stuck by where I can go fish because I'm off the shore. But as you can see, you still catch a lot of fish out of Lake of the Ozarks this time of year from doing that. and you can have a lot of fun with it. So you don't have to have all the fancy equipment to go out and catch these fish. You can catch them off your dock.